Devaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pujamini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Desatarini जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुकुंद करोति पंगति यथापदं वन्दे श्री गुरुं दीनतारिणे हरे कृष्णा. Let us discuss verse number 64 today, the chapter 2. So let us chant the shloka. रागद्वेष विमुक्तैस्तु
रागद्वेष विमुक्तैस्तु
विषयन् इन्द्रियैश्चरन्
विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चरन्
आत्मवशयैर्विधेयात्मा
आत्मवैश्यैर्विधेयात्मा
प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति.
प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति.
रागद्वेष विमुक्तैश्च तु
रागद्वेष विमुक्तेषु
विषयन् इन्द्रियश्चरन्
विषयान् इन्द्रियश्चरन्
आत्मवशैर्विधेयात्मा
आत्मवर्षैर्विधेयात्मा
प्रसादम्. Hare Krishna. Ananta Gauranga left. Hare Krishna. Something wrong. So I'm just restarting. Okay, just wait 1 minute.
Continue.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear? Can everybody hear?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know.
Yes. Yes, we can. I can hear.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so anybody want to chant the shloka?
रागद्वेष विमुक्तैस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवैश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति.
Anybody else want to chant? Okay. So translation and purport. But a person free from all attachment and aversion and able to control his senses through regulative principles of freedom can obtain the complete mercy of Lord. Purport. It is already explained that one may externally control the senses by artificial process, but unless the senses are engaged in the transcendental service of the Lord, there is very chance of fall. Although a person in full Krishna consciousness may apparently be on the sensual plane, because of his being Krishna conscious, he has no attachment to sensual activities. The Krishna conscious person is concerned only with the satisfaction of Krishna and nothing else. Therefore, he is transcendental to all attachment and detachment. If Krishna wants, the devotee can do anything which is ordinary, undesirable, and if Krishna does not want, he shall not do which he would have ordinarily done for his own satisfaction. Therefore, to act or not to act is within his control, because he acts only under the direction of Krishna. This consciousness is the causeless mercy of Lord, which a devotee can achieve in spite of being attached to sensual platform. So here Krishna continuing explaining Arjuna the answer to his question about Stita Pragya. So this verse explain about Vrajeta came. How does he move? How does he work? So the reference to the last verse is like, if you are overcome by anger, you lose your intelligence. That was the yesterday's verse. And when you lose your intelligence, you fall into this material pool. So, but if you are free from attachment, because see, the anger started from attachment. By contemplating, we develop attachment, and from there, everything starts and ends our intelligence. So, attachment and aversion, raga and dvesha. So, we have to understand one thing. Attachment means we like something, okay, and dvesha means we don't like something. So in one way, it is both, the both are coming from our own attachment. Right? I hope everybody understood, but let me explain the other way around. I don't like, say, some vegetable. I don't like, say, spinach. I don't like spinach. So I hate dvesha, not detachment, or I don't like spinach. That is also my attachment of not liking something. So I have attachment of not liking something. I have attachment of liking something. So in both the cases, we try to control our behavior by getting attached to raga or dvesh. So here Krishna is telling you should be free from raga and dvesh, because in one way both are coming from our own expectations or desire. So you should be free from that. And then what you should do? Vishayan Indriyas Charan. Charan means leg, and also Charan means walk or approach. So here Krishna says Vishayan Indriya. So Vishayan means the objects, and Indriya means our senses. So how you walk, or how you approach the in objects of our senses? Atma Vashayer means in within our control. In that way you approach them, not controlless, where you don't have control, you just running here and there after all the enjoyment or hitting. This is not a sthita pragya. And also videyatma. So videyatma means the scriptural regulations. So when you are operating like this, then what you will get? Then you will get prasadam. So prasadam is literally, we generally think of the eatables that are offered to God, but that is also mercy of Krishna. Right? That when you offer something, He gives us mercy. So here the prasadam is mercy. So we get mercy of the Lord. If once we get mercy of the Lord, then we can do spiritual progress. So raga and dvesha is coming from our own thoughts, our own desires, our own mind. It's all our mental concoctions. So we have to be free from that. For that, we need higher consciousness. If we operate at the level of hating or liking something always throughout our life, day and night, then we cannot expect of some different results in our life or in our spiritual practice also. If we just keep hitting and fighting and getting angry on something, or just start liking or favoring something, that means we are too much attached to our thoughts, and we are not able to give up our thoughts and our ways of thinking. So then we cannot expect any better results. So for example, now the winter is coming, right? It was 2 months back it was summer. What we did when we now what we are doing now, winter when the winter is starting, are we hating the winter? Are we liking the winter? Or are we cursing the season? Or we cursing the sun god that it's not shining till 8 o'clock? Or in the summer when it's too hot, are we cursing the sun that you are shining too bright? You control yourself. The sun god, the sun should not be so bright. Or in winter also the sun should be till 8 o'clock. Are we doing that? No, we don't do that. We don't try to control outside. What we do, okay, in winter season we wear the jackets, we wear cap. What we do, we try to protect ourselves. Similarly, in summer we go with the cool bees, clothes which are more airy. So why we do that? So we protect ourselves, we adjust ourselves to the outside situations, because these are natural. We know we cannot change season changes and everything. So then, but when it comes to our personal things, when it comes to personal things, dealing with people, dealing with these sense objects, everything, then we are not able to give up our likes or dislikes, because we think somehow or other I will control that. If we don't like one person, we think that somehow or other I will control that person the way I want him to operate, and we keep doing the same thing. So we are attached to our way of thinking. Or if we don't like some person, we try to avoid, and we start fighting. We start saying bad words. We start talking to not that person but to other person, other 10 persons. Oh, this person is not good, this is he's doing that, he's doing that. All this happens. So why? Because we want to uh, have things as we desire. So when till the time we are in control, this prasadam, the mercy of God is not coming, because we are trying to control our life and we are trying to control our surroundings and the people around us. So then the God will say, okay, go ahead, because I'm nowhere involved in all these things. Why He will give us mercy? So we have to be free from raga and dvesh. This is for our personal spiritual progress. Organization wise or company wise, what you do, that is a totally different perspective. But here we are talking about our own personal bhakti, in our personal sadhana, our spiritual progress. So here Krishna says how the Sthita Pragya walks, though he is in contact with this material world and sense objects, is operating in this object. His senses are in his control. They are just not running here and there or carrying his intelligence. No, he contacts, he charan, he approaches them with control. Atma Vashaya. So they are under his Atma or under his control. Just like we were discussing other day, when we are driving the car on the road, the car is in our control. The speed, the brake, everything is our control. And then we drive the car. Similarly, so many things we do when we eat also. Eating also in control. We don't eat controlless, just keep eating throughout the day. We don't do that. We eat 2 times, 3 times. So we control that. It's control. If you are not controlling your eating, you are going to suffer. If you don't control your driving, you are going to suffer. Similarly, if we don't control our activities, then we are going to suffer. But a Sthita Pragya, what he does, he controls, he contacts he is in operation, in activities in this material world. He contacts the sense objects, like listening the music. I like some music which is not directly related to say spiritual thing, but okay, I sometimes like to hear that, I sometimes like to see that. Okay, he's seeing, he's listening, but that is under his control. It's not that uncontrollable, we go listening for 10 hours or something like that. No, we can control that just for recreation purpose. So in any way, the situation is in control of the person who is acting, and also as per the regulated freedom, Srila Prabhupada says. So recreation means to relax our mind. Yeah, okay, we can do few things as per the Shastra. And then if you operate in this way, then you will get the mercy of the God. And what happens when you get mercy of the God? That we will see in the next sloka. Krishna tells like what happens when you get mercy of the Lord. So here, the focus, when we drive the car, our focus is on the road and reaching the goal. Our focus is not on the trees or the sky or the billboards. They just keep coming and going. But we focus on our goal and going on the road where we want to go. So these regulated activities in our day-to-day life are helpful, or they help us to make spiritual progress. So they are not waste. We should not say that, oh, I have to deal, I have to work, I have to go everywhere, I have to deal with worldly people who are not doing any spiritual thing. No, we have to deal in this way. We have to deal, but in our control. We don't get carried away by the situation. So this is Sthita Pragya. So we can also actually apply all this in our office work, in our uh, when we go to market or when we go to shopping mall, anywhere. You, if we are in our control of our consciousness and our focus, then it is okay. And that is why you will get the mercy of the God, and that is what we are working for. The spiritual thing we are doing to get the mercy of God, so that He guides us. So what happens with when we get the mercy, that we'll see in the tomorrow shloka. Hare Krishna.
Can you explain this and able to control his senses through regulative principles of freedom? So, what is this regulative principles of freedom? He can control his senses.
Like I was saying, we have given the eyes. So you cannot close your eyes continuously throughout the day. How can we keep our eyes closed? So what is the freedom? You open your eyes, but then you control the what you see by your eyes. That is the control of freedom. So freedom is given. You can open your eyes and you can see anything you want. But then the Sthita Pragya, what he does, he uses his eyes in such a way that he don't get bewildered by just seeing the things which are not related to spiritual thing. So he will control, he will work. Okay, working, he will just focus on his work. And when he's walking, he will not focus on the things that will bewilder his consciousness. So he, even if he's walking, his consciousness is always thinking about Krishna. So the freedom is, he's using the freedom of eyes, of seeing everything, but it is controlled. He knows what he's doing. They say like the senses, the eyes is not carrying him anywhere. Like this, the example we saw, the horses running here and there, and his intelligence is going behind that. No, he knows, he controls his senses, what to see. He will control his eye, what to see, what not to see. If there is something that he should not see, he can easily close the eyes. Right? So that is the freedom. You can speak. You have given the tongue, so you can speak. So what you speak is in your control. If you cannot control your freedom to speak, that is your problem. That is not Sthita Pragya. You get angry and you start blaspheming everyone without control. So you are not using your freedom correctly. So we have to use our senses with the sense objects, but in our control. then it is Sthita Prajna. So that is the freedom given. What you can hear, you can use everything, but in control. And then you will get the mercy because you are controlling at every stage. Any other points?
There is a last line also, like this consciousness is causeless mercy of the Lord, which the devotees can achieve in spite of his being attached to the sensual platform. So how to get this consciousness?
This is
This
the
is the causeless mercy. How to get this
this
causeless
is what we
mercy?
are trying to learn. Krishna is telling how you should act. So when you act in such a way in your day-to-day life and throughout your life, then you are at higher consciousness, which is Krishna consciousness. Because you always want to use your senses ultimately for Krishna's satisfaction, not your own satisfaction. Then you will get the mercy. And so, Srila Prabhupada is saying, even if you are doing your activities, so some people will just work for the spiritual things, like Maharaj or higher devotees. What they do, they only do the spiritual activity. They don't go to work anywhere. So they just focus on the spiritual things. So they are doing much more sense control. But we are in grihastha life. We are attached to our life, our family, and everything. But still, if we have this consciousness, we can achieve the highest mercy. That is Srila Prabhupada saying. Because we are not detached from everything. Any other points or reflections or examples? Please feel free to share. Okay, Hare Krishna. So tomorrow we will see what happens when we get the prasadam or the mercy of the Lord. Today we saw how to get mercy. So we please apply this from this moment to be in the higher consciousness, which is the Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.